She's talked to a good video looking at faith and work. So we didn't want to bore you with theology this month or do any of that kind of stuff. We're One Small Barking Dog, we're never going to do that. But we heard about this amazing positive story, 2 guys travelling around the country trying to find the positive stories from young people to change the negative attitudes that we tend to see so often in the media when we look at young people. And it's a prime example of what it really means to put faith and works, faith and action into practice. And we've caught up with them here in Birmingham, travelling around, and we're going to interview them now. How long have you been on the road so far?
3 days we've been on the road so far, Pip, yeah. Yeah, we've been from Bristol to Cardiff, arrived in Birmingham today, and tomorrow we aim to get to Liverpool.
You started out with 10 quid, so how much you got left now?
We've got about 7 quid left. We've done really well. We just kind of bumped into people have texted us, people we know. The other day we met somebody on the street, not arranged to meet them. Someone Dave kind of vaguely knew. They gave us half of their packed lunch that they had left over from lunchtime.
And you're taking us for lunch, aren't you, Pip?
That's right, yeah, we are. Yeah. Why the tenner? Why the challenge of living for the week on a tenner?
Okay, well the trust that we're trying to set up is based on the whole parable of the talents. So what we're trying to do is get young people, groups of young people to multiply. So we're going to give them a tenner and say multiply that. We'll put it into a trust fund and young people can apply to that trust fund to do things in their communities for other people. And we thought, well, what's a good way for us to kind of profile this and set it up? Well, why don't we travel for a tenner and see where we can get with that and kind of set that example up.
What are the things that have happened so far? There must be a few funny stories already.
There's some amazing stories, Pip. We're writing them all up in a book that people can buy, 100 Stories of Hope we're going to call it, from the road. We started off in Bristol, sat down with a group of 6 young people outside of their training centre, and we started chatting to them about what it was like growing up for them now, and saying to them, oh yeah, but what about the binge drink problem and stuff like that, don't young people just disrespect adults, this, that and the other? And the kind of stuff they were saying to us was, well, okay, well, we might get drunk, we might make mistakes, but what we do is we look after each other. That doesn't make the headlines. What makes the headlines is binge drink problem. The fact that there's actually some of them staying sober to look after their mates doesn't actually make the news. So that's what we want to kind of highlight, really.
This month we were looking at the whole issue of faith and works. And in a sense, I wanted to interview you guys and find you because I thought this was a prime example of it. Do you think this is that in action?
I think it is, Pip, and I think it's really important that we do put our faith into action. It's a waste of time if it's just academic, if it's just theological, if it's just stuck in here. People need to see, they need to smell, they need to be able to touch our faith. And we haven't been out there, evangelising with people, but I'll tell you one thing. There's a sense of the kingdom. When young people are being listened to, there's a sense of the kingdom there. And I guess if Tim and I hung around a bit more with many of these young people, we'd be talking about Jesus, because it's him that inspires us to put our faith into action. And we do want to challenge other youth groups, actually, to take 10 quid. We'll give away, our charities are going to give away 1,000 quid. And any youth group that's listening, that's maybe interested in this whole scheme, could take 10 quid from us now, do the same, and by Christmas, if they can multiply it, we'll give away every penny that they raise. We want to raise 10, 20, 30,000. We'll give it all away, and that's all about faith in action. We've got to get to Liverpool by lunchtime and collect some more stories in Toxteth. We're going to be spending our time probably in the centre of Liverpool, out in Toxteth, Liverpool 8, talking to young people there. And then on Friday, Pip, we get to go home.
Well, guys, fantastic. It's been so good to be able to catch up with you and do this. So well done, and let's take you for that sandwich, eh?
Great.
Fantastic.